Views and opinions expressed on this program are those of the participants and do not reflect the views of BronxNet or the program underwriters.
BronxNet. Your voice, your views, your vision.
Good morning, Bronxites, and welcome to another episode of Open, the one and only show that opens the Bronx and the world to you. I'm your host, Bobby C., filling in for Dr. Bob Lee. We've got a full informative show lined up for you this morning. First up, our Monday morning highlights will recap this past weekend in the Bronx and beyond. And leading off, it's the largest tennis and education-themed community organization in the United States, sponsored by the NYJTL. We'll preview the 2011 Emblem Health Bronx Open. Then, from the tennis court to the gridiron, we hit the sports corner for the latest news on Gang Green, Big Blue, and the boys in pinstripes. After that, we'll lace up our dancing shoes for a demonstration from the Hip Hop Dance Company and a preview of their upcoming show. And we close out our show to the sounds of R&B singer J.R. Da Star. So stay tuned. All this and more is headed your way because we are now officially open. Too much energy here this morning. Good morning, Bronxites. I'm your special guest host, Bobby C., and you're watching Open. Today is Monday, August 8th, 2011. Before we go any further, let's check in with our DJ Cool Clyde. What is going on, my man?
Hey, Bobby C., good to see you, man.
Good
You
to
surprised
see you
me today, man. I thought
Well,
I was going to see Bob B here today.
Well, what about Bob thing? You trade one Bob for another.
Listen, man, it's always good. As long as Bob is Bob doing his thing and you looking good as always, man.
right.
Always doing our sports analyst and always doing your thing, man. It's
I'm
always good.
extremely exhausted, Clyde.
So we got a lot of stuff that's
Right.
going on, man, in the news today, man.
What's going on?
Well, let's talk about this debt situation that we're going in. I think in about a few minutes they're going to reveal what our credit rating is. And I think right now we're going through some real tough times. Political, fear tactic they're using. They're trying to use things to make Obama look real bad. And I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's going on in the world today. And I think we need to pay close attention to what's really going on.
You know, Clyde, I almost didn't have enough money to get here. No gas money to get here this morning.
Listen, that shows you
Just
times
kidding,
is
just
really
kidding.
getting tough. I mean, they trying to do away with Social Security. People who are receiving public assistance checks, they're trying to do away with that. People, pensions, Verizon is on strike right now. So we're going through some real serious times right now. And I think we need to really pay attention to what's going on in the world today. But on a lighter note, you know, a lot of great things is happening. We're getting ready to celebrate 30 years of 98.7 KISS FM. This week, Thursday, we'll be down on 125th Street with all the legends, Bob Slade, Judge Pickett, Red Alert. Everybody will be down there. I'll be in the building with them, Reverend Al Sharpton. Just so many things are going on. I also want to say the guy Bubba Smith from Police Academy passed away.
A famous football player.
Yeah, and also Gil Noble, who I got a chance to interview, had a major stroke. So we're praying for him as well. You know, and also I want to say Minister Farrakhan will be August 13th in Harlem Week. He was on a broadcast yesterday with us, so we look forward to everybody coming out and participating in that because he's going to drop a lot of knowledge on that day. He talked about that America reaps what they sow. There's going to be a famine here. There's going to be some serious times here, and I mean, we got to really pay attention to what's really going on. It's okay to have fun and party and have a good time, but the reality is getting ready to strike us any minute.
You know, Clyde, I was tired before we started talking about this. Now I'm exhausted.
Hey, let's talk about the realness, brother. And this is what this is really all about. I mean, it's okay. We put the information out there, but there's a time in life where we really got to pay attention to this because that's going to be a reality. We see things happening across the country and we think it won't affect us. But whatever's affecting over there is eventually the wind is going to blow this way, and we're going to have to deal with it.
Well, Clyde, just saying, you know, obviously great to talk all these issues with you, but I always try to go on the lighter side of things just because I'm the sports guy. I don't know much about anything else, but just tired about you know, from coming back from Canton. We're going to have a great show on Friday. We'll have all the news from the Hall of Fame weekend out in Canton, Ohio. So that's why I'm a little fatigued this morning. I try to be energetic for everybody.
But I love this moonlighting, man. From Wednesday shows to Friday shows to Monday show. Bob, you doing it, though. That's good, though, man. You deserve it, though. That's a good thing. You do a lot of great things as far as bringing us our sports, being in the Yankee stadiums, interviewing all the Yankees and stuff like that, and football players. I think that's great. And you need to be commended for that.
Oh, because you give me the sweet sounds, man. That's all that matters.
Hey, Chris, we need him here every week. I think he's up in the control room. All right, thank you.
All right, thanks, Clyde. We've got a great show lined up for you, and we kick things off with our Monday morning highlights.
What's going on? Yeah, what's going on? Tell me what's going on. I'll tell you what's going on.
First up, the third annual Runyon 5K Race for Cancer Research was held at the new Yankee Stadium this past Sunday. This unique race featured the historic ballpark as its course and was held by the Damien Runyon Cancer Research Foundation. With a mission to accelerate breakthroughs in cancer research, Damien Runyon donates 100% of their donations to further this cause. The event is just one of the countless races held in our borough each year that provides funds for various important causes. To find out more about this important cause, please visit www.damienrunyon.org. Speaking of Yankee Stadium, a Bronx sports star who grew up in its shadows returned home to his roots this weekend. Kimball Walker, who grew up in the Soundview section of the Bronx, joined NBA star guard Brandon Jennings at Dyckman Park Saturday for a league showdown. The league, which usually takes place in Washington Heights, was moved to the gym down the road from Yankee Stadium, Gaucho's gym. This unexpected home court advantage powered Walker to a 36-point performance and a 109-106 victory. Walker said of the homecoming, "I just got hyped. It's exciting to play. There's nothing like this, not college basketball, not the NBA. It's different, you guys. Running on the court, acting crazy. Nothing can describe playing right here in the Bronx." Those are your Monday morning highlights. Don't go anywhere, because right after this, Denise Shearer and Carlos Cuevas from Emblem Health will preview their annual Bronx Open Tennis Tournament. But first, Make the Grade Foundation hosted their annual golf tournament. Stars like New York basketball legend John Starks were on hand. Let's take a look at that.
It was a perfect day for a perfect cause. Over 50 golfers hit the green at the Philip Rotella Memorial Golf Course for the third annual Make the Grade golf outing. The event had some star attraction. Here's NBA's legendary John Starks, who gained fame as the New York Knicks shooting guard in the 1990s.
You know, obviously to be able to come out here and support Bob and Make the Grade Foundation, you know, means a lot.
And another legend in the boxing world, Mark Breland, winner of 5 New York Golden Gloves titles, was also a gold medalist in the 1984 Olympics.
Just hitting a few good and hitting a lot bad.
Well, we saw a good one go out there. Was that you?
Yeah, every now and then when the camera comes by, I get a good shot for some strange reason.
Both world-class athletes committed to the cause were joined with other golfers hoping to shoot a hole-in-one and choose between these two prizes.
I know this is a kind of nice gift to give back, but I'd love to see one of the kids win it for their future.
They're safe, and a lot of the people buy these cars for their children to go away to school because of the safety.
I got claims on that. I got dibs on that already. So.
Right.
I'm going to get a second key made.
Oh, all right. Whether players made the hole-in-one or not, everyone was welcome to pick up a hand-rolled Cuban cigar thanks to Elsa Lorenzo from the Cigar Room in Fort Lee. But prize or not, it's all about the children. Founder of Make the Grade Foundation, Dr. Bob Lee, who also serves as Community Affairs Director and DJ at WBLS, as well as host of BronxNet's own Open, says kids today need encouragement and motivation from many sources.
I think it takes a village to raise a family, and that's part of our collaboration.
Those words echoed by Denise Roger, a VP with Make the Grade and executive with Affinity Health Systems.
Basically what we do is we work with children from kindergarten to college, providing all kinds of resources.
Lee was also joined by pioneering radio personality Hal Jackson, who throughout his career helped to pave the way for countless young men and women pursuing higher education through scholarship programs.
I'm looking now at some of the product that has grown up and some of the directions they've gone into, and it's fantastic.
Lee explains that while getting an A is great, the foundation is about reaching kids performing at all levels.
You can get your C's, but how are you going to bring it to the next level? How are you going to make the grade and bring it to a B and to an A?
It's that vision that several participants we ran into say works.
The kids are our future, and those are the generations that's going to carry on when we're gone. So,
making the grade is what it's all about. Bob Lee and his friends are looking forward to a new year in guiding young people in their educational development. For BronxNet, this is Arlene Makoko.
Hello and welcome back to Open. From the golf course to the tennis courts, our next guests are gearing up for the 2011 Emblem Health Bronx Open. Here to tell us more is Denise Shearer and Carlos Cuevas. We welcome both of you to the show.
Thank you.
Happy
Good morning.
Monday morning.
Good morning,
Thank you
Bobby.
so much.
You know, for both of you, I don't know if you knew this, but I used to work for the Bronx Times many years ago, and I would cover this fine tennis event here in the Bronx. And now ever since I've been at BronxNet, I've been doing the same. And I can't tell the people at home how many fantastic players over the years I've been able to see out at Crotona Park. I mean, I remember seeing Marty Fish before Marty Fish was a superstar.
Jose Rios, which later on have become #1 in the world.
Yeah. I mean, to be able to watch them out at Wimbledon and the U.S. Open.
Who won the French Open last year, went through our tournament.
How much of a delight, and this is a question for both of you, to see these fantastic players and be able to bring them to a venue in the Bronx where they're really up close and personal with the fans here in the borough?
Not only that, Bobby, but the big thing is they can come out and see them for free. Now, where can you do that? You get the U.S. Open, you'll pay a fortune, you can actually see them for free. And you're seeing some of the top, and this year we've got like 32 of the top 100 women in the world, and some of them will go on and play in the U.S. Open.
Fantastic.
And like just come you can just come any day, see them for free. And we're also giving free lessons for children. Every day from 12 to 3, kids can just turn up in sneakers, we'll even lend them a tennis racket and get a free lesson.
I'm coming for lessons.
Listen.
Go ahead, Carlos. Tell me about the NYJTL.
No, before we do that, let me say something which I think has to be said, and that's the support that Emblem Health has given us throughout the years. In these tough economic times, to come up with the support they have, not only for the children, but the total community, what it does. I mean, I cannot say thank you enough to Denise and her colleagues at Emblem Health for the wonderful things that they're doing.
I'm delighted to do it, let me tell you.
Now, getting back to NYJTL. It was started 40 years ago here in the Bronx by Arthur Ashe and Skip Hartman.
Two pretty good players right there.
Oh, yes. Not only that, but not only is it tennis, but there is a very strong educational component. Now, what do we do in our educational component? Tutoring. We help them with their homework. We help them prepare for the SAT and Regents examination. We help them with the college entrance examinations. We counsel them with not only the children, but the parents. I mean, where else can you get this? What other tennis organization does this type of work? I mean, it's fantastic the number of children that we are able to get into the private schools and colleges. And remember, education is going to be one of the prime things which we're going to need in this nation.
Not to mention then you've got healthy eating and fitness and education. You know, it's like a whole rounded thing to prepare for a healthy life. They go well together. If you eat well, you learn well, and active.
And tennis is a lifelong sport. I started when I was a kid, and I've been playing, I won't tell you how long, but I've been playing in Crotona Park. That's where I first started. I'm a Bronx kid. I remember those courts were clay, beautiful clay courts. And throughout the years, how the game has progressed and how I have progressed as a result of my tennis
I've seen it firsthand. I mean, you see a lot of the youngsters that come from low-income homes that have never probably gotten an opportunity to play tennis in their lives, and it really has helped them not only, like you said, playing the sport and maybe health-wise, but also academically. This is a sport that helps focus.
And for me, it has opened many a door. And hopefully, this is what it will do for some of these children.
Sorry, Carlos, we also have some fun activities set up for this week as well. On Thursday, we have what we call the Kids Day, Emblem Health Bronx Kids Day, and it's 2,000 children come from all the different boroughs and they march up Crotona Avenue with stunning banners. And it's really, and there's magicians and food, and there's also the educational fitness.
Yes.
And
Bob, one other thing. The NYJTL serves 100,000 children in the 5 boroughs. Although it started in the Bronx, it now serves the
outer boroughs.
Yeah.
Yes, the other.
Outer and inner boroughs.
Yes.
I also noticed here that we're having the finest versus the bravest tennis tournament.
We actually, that just took place, and we had a lot of people from the Bronx came up. And do you want to know who won?
I would like to, sure.
The police. The NYPD won.
I was hoping, Denise, you could talk more about some of the sponsorship, too, you know, for this event, about what you think touting the benefits for the kids here in the Bronx.
Well, basically, we believe in healthy living and fitness, as I just said, and that tennis can be played from a very early age. We also, during the week, we do have nutritional lessons. On Kids Day, there will be somebody talking about nutrition and healthy living and exercise, and it's just a wonderful thing for the children that they can come up absolutely free and get all this information in the Bronx. In fact, I wanted to give you this year's T-shirt and hat.
Fantastic. I'm best dressed in the Bronx here this
Absolutely.
morning.
Absolutely. But we also have, actually later on today, we have an event. It's not just for children, we have for seniors. Seniors as well. We're having a wonderful day. We have quite a few seniors coming out, and we're going to give them, obviously not hard playing tennis, but we're going to give them like a keep fit morning with cardio and tennis, and then we're going to give them nutritional information as well.
I'll pass that on to Dr. Bob since he's not here today. I don't know if I count as a senior just yet.
No, you don't. You don't, of course. But we
let's
have
not
plenty.
talk about that.
So, for you, both of you, personally, what has been the best part of being part of this event year to year? Is there a certain moment that you recall that you say to yourselves, wow, I really love what I'm doing and this is a great thing to be part of?
Well, actually, I think the most exciting part is when we've had children from the New York Junior Tennis League help out at a very young age with being ball girls or ball boys, and then they suddenly go on. They go to college. They get, which is unbelievable, and a couple of them have gone on to play into the pro tournament. And I think that is amazing that we've nurtured these children from a very, very early age. And the second thing I would say is seeing some of these professional tournaments, like you mentioned, Marty Fish and some of these famous women start in our little tournament, and then suddenly they're up in the US Open and in the top 10. I mean, that's pretty amazing.
It is amazing.
Now let's look at it from another point of view. What this tournament and what with Emblem's help, has done for the community. Back in 1980, Charlotte Street, which is, about a quarter of a mile, half a mile away, certain presidents came down and said, this is the epitome of urban blight. You take a look at Crotona Park today. It's one of the flagship parks in the system, New York City park system. What we've been able to do with the help, and when I say we, I'm talking about the community, I'm talking about the public officials, I'm talking about the cooperation between business, community, and the elected officials. What that park has done for the surrounding community. I mean, when you look at Charlotte Street today, what do you see?
It looks amazingly
amazing.
Much better. Yeah.
And you know, I credit that in part to the New York Junior Tennis League, certainly with its help from Emblem.
So how can people register and get involved?
You can go on the website, www.nyjtl.org. That will give you all the information of the schedules, but the come out today to Seniors Day. The main tournament starts on Tuesday, and we encourage everyone to come out. As I said, absolutely free. The only charge is on the finals, and that's nominal. And bring the children out, free lessons.
Sounds pretty
good. And
you
know,
to me.
for the seniors, the USTA, the United States Tennis Association, has now come out with a program for children from 7 to 10. Smaller rackets, what do you call them, the balls that do not bounce that high. So make it easy for the children to start. Remember, this is a lifelong game. It's never too late to start.
I didn't know that they made it easier. That'd be good for me to use that.
Oh, yes. And if we were to talk to Nikki Henkin, she'll come out with one of those big, fantastic rackets, which I need every so often.
Me too. I definitely do. You know, for both of you, I know as well, again, you tout the benefits. We have childhood obesity here in the Bronx, which is an issue as well. And
definitely.
And you have a sport, like you said, which is really
2
great
out of every
cardio-wise.
3 child is obese. I mean, that, come on.
That's why we promote the nutritional as well as the fitness. It's very important, I think, to educate. Education is so important. A lot of people are eating the wrong foods and don't realize it. And it's very easy to eat the right foods if you know. So we believe in educating as well.
Yes.
You think there's been, the last couple of years, it's just gotten better and better for you guys with the tournament in terms of the winners and the participation and the kids and how much they love playing the sport?
I think so. I mean, it grows each year. Absolutely. It really does grow, doesn't it?
I've been with the tournament. This is now going to be my 18th year. And I've seen the development, not only of the tournament, but of the park and the surrounding area. As I mentioned before, I think that this tournament, what it's done for the Bronx community. Remember, this is the 2nd largest sporting event in the Bronx after the Yankees.
It's pretty big. Pretty big.
Hey, that's pretty good.
And for you being a Bronx guy to see this unfold, extra special.
It's wonderful. It's terrific.
So one more time before we head out, tell everybody where we can get some more information on this.
www.nyjtl.org.
Perfect.
And Crotona Park, right in the middle of the Bronx.
Well, I'm going to wear my hat before we head
Oh,
out
absolutely.
here. You know, thanks so much, Carlos and Denise. For more information, of course, on the Emblem Health Bronx Open, please visit, as she mentioned, www.nyjtl.org. Right after this, we'll get the latest from the world of New York sports. But first, the Bronx recently hosted the 2011 Gran Parada Dominicana. Bronx correspondent Sylvia Anglin has more.
Welcome to the 2011 Gran Parada Dominicana del Bronx Parade. We're here celebrating with the Dominicans. Today's theme is United All.
The Bronx is home to the largest number of Dominicans living in the United States.
Be here are folks that I work for, and I'm incredibly proud to be here to let them know I am here to celebrate them and to serve them whenever I can.
Through this parade, how it's continued to grow, thanks to Felipe Febles and Rosa Ayala. The biggest task that I have is to make sure that the future of the borough is in strong hands. When you look at the growing number of the Dominicans here and everything they've contributed, I'm so happy that it is in good hands.
And today, I come out and participate in these activities because I feel that this is where I belong. Their work and celebrating all that they've given to the Bronx, to the city, and to the nation.
And how important the youth are to the future of this community. So this is a wonderful day. This is a really tremendous day for our community.
Sights and sounds from various different Caribbean organizations, La Gran Parada Dominicana's 22 parade was all about uniting the people of the Bronx. So we joined the float of Inca Cola here at the Gran Parada Dominicana's parade, and we're having so much fun from the 22nd anniversary of the parade here in the Bronx. This is Sylvia Anglin for BronxNet.
We begin on the baseball diamond, where the New York Yankees crossed enemy lines this past weekend and battled the rival Boston Red Sox for first place in the American League East. After opening the series Friday with a win, the Bronx Bombers were poised to take the series, with ACC Sabathia taking the hill on Saturday, or at least that was the plan. However, Sabathia struggled as the Sox evened the three-game set, leading into last night's Sunday night finale. The Yankees held a 2-1 lead in the ninth Sunday before turning the ball over to closer Mariano Rivera, who proceeded to surrender the tying run. The Bombers lost 3-2 in 10 innings as starter Phil Hughes made a rare relief appearance taking the loss. The two clubs came into the series tied for first place, but Boston leaves the series up a game. It was a rough weekend for the Yanks following a great start. On Friday, Jorge Posada was also benched as the team's DH. Manager Joe Girardi will go with a platoon of Andrew Jones and Eric Chavez for now. The Bombers will open a homestand tomorrow night at the stadium as they welcome the LA Angels. Across town, the news for the New York Mets wasn't peachy either. Jose Reyes has a mild strain of his hamstring that could keep him out of the lineup. And Daniel Murphy suffered an injury Sunday that will keep him out of the lineup for the rest of the season. The Mets also dropped their series finale with the Atlanta Braves falling 6-5 as longtime Amazing masher Chipper Jones provided the tie-breaking hit in the ninth. The Amazons host San Diego tonight as they continue their homestand in Queens. From the baseball diamond to the gridiron, where the New York Giants can't catch a break, or at least a good one. Their top draft choice, Prince Amukamara, ended his holdout this week and signed his first pro contract. He wasn't in camp longer than a minute before the new Prince of New York suffered a broken foot. He will be sidelined for the next 6 to 10 weeks. The Giants were able to sign standout running back Ahmad Bradshaw, who you just saw, but lost tight end Kevin Boss, who got a huge deal in Oakland. He's a new Raider. Osi Umenyiora is back in camp for the G-Men, but he is still not practicing, citing knee troubles. The Giants said last week that they won't deal the disgruntled Osi. Jets head coach Rex Ryan said he won't wish defensive end Sean Ellis well. The longtime Jets signed with the New England Patriots over the weekend. Gang Green also said goodbye to wide receiver Braylon Edwards, who is the newest San Francisco 49er. Gang Green has signed veteran wideout Derek Mason, who we saw earlier, there he is again, to replace Edwards, and Jericho Cotchery, who was released as well. Newcomer Plaxico Burress, who twisted his ankle last week, has been limited in practice. Cotchery may sign with rival Pittsburgh after being cut loose by the Jets. The NFL's annual Hall of Fame weekend was held Friday and Saturday, minus last night's Hall of Fame game, which is probably the biggest casualty of the NFL lockout. Deion Sanders and Shannon Sharpe headlined a terrific class. BronxNet cameras were on the scene in Canton, but you'll have to tune in Friday, folks, for more on that. The Basketball Hall of Fame is gearing up for their enshrinement festivities, which will be held Friday night in Springfield. We will also have more on that later in the week. We will be in Springfield for that action. Before we wrap this roundup, I'd like to welcome everyone out to Hoops in the Sun this coming weekend. The biggest Bronx Streetball tourney is gearing up for the postseason. The semifinals will be held Saturday afternoon in Orchard Beach, and the championship is slated for Sunday. Streetball in New York City has made huge waves this past week, with several stars such as Kevin Durant making their rounds on the circuit. Durant scored 66 points at Rucker Park last week and also made stops at Nike Pro City and Dyckman Park before leaving the NYC. His Thursday night showdown at Washington Heights matched him against Michael Beasley. It was classic streetball at its finest. For more on that, you can check out ESPNNewYork.com. Those are the headlines. We'll have to take a break. But up next, we'll brush up with our poppin' and lockin' skills with Maurice Dean and other members of the Hip Hop Theory Dance Company. That's coming up right after this break.
Now, Krista, make sure you stay with her the whole time. She's new to the country. This is her first day. This is a brand new country. It's a whole different culture.
Okay.
Now, make sure you stay with her the whole time. I'll be here right after school to pick you up.
Okay, Mom.
Okay, have fun. Bye-bye.
Bye. Ignore my mom. She's so annoying. She's totally freaking out about this whole thing. She freaks out about everything. She always does that. Ugh. Ignore my mom. So, you ready for your first day in the Wicked Castle of Doom? I mean, like, seriously, it's so boring. I don't know how they could put us through this, like, every single day. How many schools do you have in your village? None.
That wasn't enough. You organized. Don't look at the documents that coach that you can learn. Cost any money. Way over the budget.
We're all here in black and white. Last January, you have a point to make. Right, you're not paying attention to me. You're the people who are not paying attention to me. Just sat on
I have something to say.
You're really not that talented.
You're not attractive.
Too fat.
You're too short.
Too old? Why don't you just give up?
Give up.
Give up. Just give up.
Hey, and welcome back to Open. Founded in 2005 to showcase up-and-coming dancers and choreographers in the Bronx, the Hip Hop Theory Dance Company has been going stronger ever since. Here to share more information as well as a few moves is the company's founder, director, and choreographer, Maurice Dean. What have you got for us this morning, sir?
Well, we're going to promote our showcase coming up this week. It opens on Thursday. It's called it's with our sister company, Each One Teach One Dance Series. The show's called Free Doom. It's a compilation of a lot of the choreographers that we've had to come out to our Each One Teach One Dance Workshop series. With that, we have our
everybody.
Yes, our associate director, Ms. Christina Cruz. We have our dancer, Ludmila.
That one definitely needs a microphone.
Ludmila Kapsorkina.
Kevin Glassford.
Evelyn Rivera.
This is your starting lineup right here.
Yeah. So it's a compilation of the choreographers from the workshop series, and then it's featuring 2 repertory pieces that I'm premiering in the showcase as well. One is it's basically called Untitled, the Love Set, and then the title piece of the entire show is Free Doom. Free Doom kind of covers the generations of oppression from beginning to end. We start off with slavery, and then we go into and delve into how we're mentally enslaved at this point in time. So it covers a lot of different angles and pokes jabs at how we as a society have kind of become complacent where we are, and we are striving to do more with what we can do.
So, tell us a little bit more about Each One Teach One, because I could see here created to unify the East Coast dance community while spreading awareness of not only the true essence of hip-hop dance, but also embracing other genres of dance. So this is pretty big, especially here in the Bronx.
Excellent. Actually, I'll pass that on to Ms. Cruz.
Hi. Good morning.
Good morning. Okay, so Each One Teach One Dance Series was first established June 25th, 2009. So, yes, hi. Hello. So it was first established June 25th, 2009. Unfortunately, the same day that Michael Jackson died. So for our first workshop, you can imagine that was pretty moving. It was a bit of a downer, but we pushed forward. And since then, we've been going 2 years strong. And for every workshop that we do have, it just progresses. From the choreographers that we have to the different dancers that come in, because there are people that come in. We have people that are consistent, such as Evelyn and Kevin and now Miss Luda, who have been coming to the workshops consistently. So as they come into the workshop, they progress as dancers, as individuals, and also through their networking skills, so they network with each other while they're there. They also learn a lot through our warm-ups, because we also inculcate elements of hip-hop dance, such as popping, locking, boogaloo, breaking, because we want to make sure that aspect of hip-hop dance as an art form is upheld and is maintained throughout, because a lot of dancers nowadays, they just forgot about those kinds of elements. And then we also we described, we inculcate a lot of different other genres of dance. So we have people that come in with modern and contemporary, etc., and how they dance now, you know, throughout. So
now, this is an art form has obviously been able to help people connect and basically heal and get in touch with certain feelings and promote wellness and goodness kind of thing, right?
yes, so you know, with the good graces of Lehman Stages, Mr. Henry Obias and Mr. Dante Alberti, they've given us the opportunity to house this Each One Teach One workshop and, you know, be able to actually give us the opportunity to reach out to our community within the East Coast, because there really isn't a lot of unification going on within the East Coast community. So that's pretty much what we're trying to do, is just to bring everybody together and have social networking going on, be able to, you know, advance within your your trajectory towards being a dancer, or within yourself in general, you know, because it all starts from here. It's not just about the physics of the dance. It's about how you approach it mentally and how you approach your life mentally as well. So
that's fantastic.
Yes, and with each day that goes on, we're gonna continue to progress and continue to change and evolve.
I'm assuming everyone on the set, minus myself, of course, can dance, but we were hoping that maybe some of you guys at the end could tell us a little bit more about what this has meant for you. I know we're going to see a performance, but maybe pass the mic down and see, you know, what has being part of this program meant to each of you?
Hi, everybody.
Used to dancing, maybe not used to talking, I don't know.
No, I'm used to talk. I'm used to both. I like dancing better, though. But Each One Teach One, it made me a better dancer as well as a better teacher, because I teach kids also. So from Mo to CC and to all the choreographers that come, they've taught me how to like expand my mind and how to really reach out to people and really break down certain elements and how to explain it, how to bring it like across in a more clearer form than what I was doing, because I would just throw it at you and just say, hey, good luck.
So this would be something you would definitely recommend to youngsters,
everybody
coming up in the Bronx.
I have like 3 students. I tell them all the time, hey, come to Lehman, it's free. You don't have to pay anything. You just got to pay to get there and pay to go home. If you want to walk, that's fine.
Hello. Well, I didn't know Mo or Cece, but I went to an open class of their school, and I fell in love with popping. And ever since then, I wanted to know more about it, and I wanted to know more about the 5 elements of hip-hop. And ever since I've been going to Each One Teach One, I've become a better person in general, not just throughout dance, but like throughout life. So I appreciate that like a lot. So
these are great stories that are coming out of your program. It's gotta feel good. Oh, she's gonna pass the mic down. Well, maybe that means it's time for a performance then. How about that?
I think it is game time.
We feel good about a performance. Are we set up there? Let's go.
Let me get out the way.
bodies, sounds, sonic, sound, sonic, sounds are mixed. Every time I go to a disco, I notice all the strange sounds. The people, they be dancing to the sound of the funky mix. Keep on dancing, keep on prancing, yeah. They'll be dancing and prancing and mixing and scratching, jamming and slamming all night long. Yeah, mix, baby.
Great job. Maurice, that was great. That was really great. You know, for those that might be tuning in a bit late as I come back into the shot somewhere here, where am I? I don't know. Oh, there we go. Again, tell us a little bit more about what we just saw.
Okay, so well, we dove into the elements of popping. You saw a different kind, and the different kinds we have isolations, we have botting, we had waving, we had mannequin. So there's varying degrees of this dynamic. There's actually 166 different derivatives of popping, and we have only just experienced a few, and we're still working toward building a repertoire of movement in that style itself.
So we heard a little bit about Each One Teach One, more about the hip-hop program, especially for those that might just be tuning in now, because this is great stuff.
So, well, okay, so we spoke a little bit about Each One Teach One. Each One Teach One was basically started from the birth of hip-hop theory. Hip-hop theory was started in 2005 with a few dancers, and it grew to being a really strong force in the hip-hop dance community. And our gear is just to basically educate the world about hip-hop dance. And through our pieces, which are very theatrical, which is how dance should be in the first place, we use the hip-hop elements to build a more, I guess, stronger connection with the audience. Rather than just have that very entertaining piece, we actually try to draw you into, one, the story, and two, the emotional content that's being conveyed through the piece.
That's fantastic. Where can people find out more information and how to get involved in this program?
You can find more information about Each One Teach One on Facebook, Each One Teach One Dance Series on Facebook. That's, you can become a fan there, and also you can find Hip Hop Theory Elite or Hip Hop Theory the Company on Facebook as well.
And then before we head out, what, you know, for you personally, what is this meant? It's always great to hear from the organizers.
Well, Hip Hop Theory and Each One Teach One have been one of the, or two of the greatest experiences I've had in my life on this earth. I've been in theater, I've played basketball, I've done artwork, I've done animation, I've done a lot of different things, but dance has been one of the things that's just stuck with me for such a long time. And to be able to learn so much and give it back to the community has been one of the most, I guess, amazing experiences and gratifying experiences I've ever had in my life.
Well, it was great to have everybody on the set today. You did a great job. I think I'm ready to go to the club. I don't know. I feel like I'm going to pop and lock on my way out today. So thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
And, of course, up next, our Music Monday stage to the sounds of J.R. DeStar. That's coming up right after this. Good job.
Look at this guy. What are you gonna do, kid? Go home. It's hopeless. Yeah, dude, do something with your life. Leave. You're looking stupid, man. Give it up.
Hey, how's it going?
Sir, are you okay?
What? Oh, this? It's probably nothing. I'm sure it'll go away.
Go away? But, sir, that can't be good.
No, it's cool. Really.
Do you want a napkin or something?
Everything's fine. Thanks.
You wouldn't ignore this. So why ignore the signs of a stroke? At the first warning signs, call 911 immediately. Because time lost is brain lost.
According to estimates, over 1 billion people live in appalling levels of poverty. Denied even basic standards of food, water. Nearly half of the world's population earns less than.
Okay, what's going on right now?
I think he needs help. Send help.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm your host, Bobby C., filling in for the good doctor, Dr. Bob Lee. The beat goes on because it's now time for our Music Mondays. But before we go to Music Mondays, DJ Kool Clyde, what an awesome show today. I'm excited to fill in for Dr. Bob. Again, getting percolating here, getting perked up. And I feel like I'm musically gifted now after that last segment. And I'm pretty sure that JR the Star is going to give me some more good stuff here today.
Yeah, JR's going through his thing, but that's crazy. You said you're going to the club tonight.
I'm going to the club. I'm ready to pop and lock my way out this place.
You know, I want to say big shout out to my cousin DJ Lightning Lance. Happy birthday, man. I meant to wish you a happy birthday, man, earlier, but thank you. But Bobby C., like I said, it's always good to see you here, man. You're moonlighting. I guess that's a great thing. And salary's going up. You're looking good, man. And we need you here every week, man. I think this is positive.
Trying to keep up with everything. I think it's been a great show thus far, and I'm excited about our final segment today.
This is powerful. We'll let you take it away, bro.
Sounds great. So without further ado, this week's Music Mondays spotlight shines on a New York City R&B singer who's looking to find his place in the music stratosphere. Here to perform is JR the Star. Take it away.
Yeah.
Steal that microphone.
There you go.
Oh, I'm out of the shot again. There we go. Well, there we go. Boom, boom. JR, what's up, man? How's it going? Great to have you on the show.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
And, you know, you spell your name a little bit differently than JR. Maybe let people at home know.
Yes,
Hopefully we flash it on the bottom of the screen there.
JAE''ARE. It's just basically spelling out JR.
JR the Star.
Trying to be unique with it.
It's a cool name.
Yeah.
Very unique. How'd you get started in music?
Well, I basically started since I was young. I loved music since I was young. But when I was in high school, I started the chorus class, I should say. It was just basically get out of math and science, all that stuff. But I started liking it, and I did a big performance at the end of the year. And I performed Cupid 112. And I really liked it. I just liked the reaction that I got from people. And then from there, from after high school, I went to IAR, Institute of Audio Research. I want to just basically get myself more involved in the music, what happens behind, how it's produced, all that stuff. So I just basically just loved it. It's like, music is my heartbeat, as a sense. Like, that's my motto. So that's just really it.
Who are some of your influences?
Wow. Definitely Michael Jackson, of course. I have, you know, in the new age, I won't bring it all the way back. I would say Usher, you know, Trey Songz. You know, I could take it back a little bit too. Tevin Campbell, Marvin Gaye, even Tyrese. You know, just to name a few.
That's awesome. Are you going to perform for us today?
Of course.
I think you should perform now. How about
Thank
that?
you so
Take the
much.
stage.
Thank you so much.
Go for it.
Hey. Brown skin, long hair, shorty looking so good. Never met a girl like you. She's the one I want, she's the one I want. She make it hard, but I gotta stay. Hey. And even though she's got a man, I got a girl I'm always thinking about. Hey. Don't be mad, cause I'm trying to keep it real, girl. And I don't care what they say, I don't care what they do, even though I know it's wrong. I just wanna be with you, cause you should be with me, hey, you should be with me, you should be with me, you should be with me. You're the one I want, you're the one I need. You should be with, you should be with, you should be with me, you should be with me, hey. You should be with me. You should be with me. You the one I need. You should be with me. Don't worry about your girlfriends. It's between me and you. Now I'm looking at my girl's face, and I don't really want to choose. But if you tell your man go, and I send my girl home, then it'll only be me and you. And you can front and say no, but you know we both know. Hey, and I don't care what they say, I don't care what they do, even though I know it's wrong. I just wanna be with you, cause you should be with me, you should be with me, you should be with me, you should be with me. You're the one I want, you're the one I need. You should be with, you should be with, you should be with me. You should be with me. Hey. You're the one I want, you're the one I need. You should be with me. You should be with me. Listen. You're the one I need. You should be with me. Hey, you should be with me. Trust me when I tell you that my love is guaranteed. Hey, I looked up in the sky, shorty you a star. I look into my eyes, girl, and all this love I have for you is free. I just really want you to be with me, with me. You should be. You should. Baby girl, you should be. You should. I said you should be with me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You should be with me. You should be with me. You should be with me. Let's get lost. Let's get lost, baby. Let's get lost. Let's get lost up in the moment. Lost up in the moment. Lost up in the moment. Yeah.
Fantastic job. The new hit single, right here. I got it. Feedback. That's how good it was. Major feedback. So, first of all, again, we should get a little quick shot of that. Zoom in. There we go. What's next for you? Out of the BK, again, we talked about the influences. We got a chance to hear you perform.
Yes.
What's coming up for you?
Right now, I'm currently working on my debut album. Just working really hard on it. It's going to be very different, unique. I'm also going to try to also do a little spin of bachata on there because I am from Dominican background. So it's just going to be different. It's going to be new, different, unique, and I just can't wait to bring it out so everybody can hear it.
What's been the best part of this for you in terms of ascending to being a star?
Man, I think the best part is performing, but just seeing the people's reaction when I perform, just to see like how they can relate to the things that I'm saying. A lot of people relate to music. A lot of people they speak through music. So just by what I'm saying and how I'm singing, just how people could relate, like, oh, wow, like, yeah, I felt that before.
And you've been getting great feedback from the singles so far. That's got to feel good. Now, you're on Twitter.
Yes, sir.
And you're also on YouTube. Tell everybody at home where they can find out more about your great singing.
Most definitely. You can check me out on twitter.com/JRTheStar. It's JAEAREDASTAR. And then at the same thing at YouTube, /JAEAREDASTAR.
We got it at the bottom of the screen, which is good.
There you go.
Well, even here in the Bronx, we love the kid from the BK. You did a great job today.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So that's all the time we have for today. Many thanks to all of our guests for stopping by, and of course, to you, the viewer, for tuning in with us every Monday. Stay tuned for Open this Wednesday with Darren Jaime. I think that's all we got going today. You going to perform one more time, maybe? Yeah. Take us out. Take us out. See you next time.
Girl, I want you to know my head. Hey, hey, girl, I want you to know. You feel, but I like it. Everything hooks, everything works. You're a real good course. I'm a real good verse. Yeah. So clean, no curse. And when the song's your main, everything hurts. So I put it in reverse.
Come on, back on the set.